Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 2nd of December 1985, and the title is Spiritual Power, the Way to Become Free from Bondage. Today, Bab Dada was looking at the power of spirituality of his spiritual children. Because of being his children, every spiritual child has claimed the full right of spiritual power from the Father. However, Baba was seeing to what extent you have become embodiments of attainment. Every day, all the children call themselves spiritual children and give the return of love and remembrance to the spiritual Father either through their lips or their mind in the form of love and remembrance or namaste. You do give this return, do you not? The meaning of this is that every day the spiritual Father calls you the spiritual children and reminds you of the real meaning of spiritual power, because the specialty of this Brahmin life is spirituality. You transform yourself and others with the power of this spirituality. The main foundation is this spiritual power. It is with this power that you receive liberation from many types of bondage. Bab Dada was seeing that even now there are some subtle bondages which you also experience you should have been liberated from, but that you are unable to put into a practical form the method to attain liberation. What is the reason for this? It is because you don't know how to use spiritual power in every action. At the same time, you have made all three thoughts, words, and deeds powerful. But what is it that you become loose in? On the one hand, you make your thoughts powerful, but you become a little loose in your words. Sometimes you make your words powerful and you become a little loose in your deeds. However, to make all three powerful spirituality at the same time is the method to attain liberation. Just as for the creation of the world, all three tasks of creation, sustenance, and destruction are essential. In the same way, the method to become free from all types of bondage is that it is essential to have spiritual power in all three, thoughts, words, and deeds, at the same time. Sometimes you look after your mind, and then something is lacking in your words. You then say, I wasn't thinking like that, and I don't know why it happened. There has to be full attention to all three. Why? All these three methods will reveal your stage of perfection and the Father. In order to attain liberation, spirituality has to be experienced in all three. Those who are yukti yukt in all three are liberated in life. So, Bab Dada was looking at the subtle bondages. In the subtle bondages, these three also have a special connection. The sign of someone in bondage is that that one is always influenced by others. Someone who is in bondage will not always experience internal happiness or have the constant experience of happiness. In the physical world, temporary facilities give you the experience of temporary happiness and joy, but there isn't the experience of internal or imperishable happiness. Similarly, Souls who are tied in these subtle bondages continue to move along in this Brahman life for a short time on the basis of means of service, the power of a gathering, one attainment or another, or elevated company. And while they have these methods, means, they are able to experience happiness and joy. However, when the means finishes or is removed, their happiness also finishes. It doesn't stay constant. Sometimes they would dance in such happiness that at that time there is no one like them. However, when they come to a standstill, even a tiny stone will be experienced to be like a mountain. Because of not having their original power, they dance in happiness on the basis of those means. Once the means are removed, where will they dance? This is why internal spiritual power is always essential simultaneously in all three forms. The main bondage is that there is no controlling power on the thoughts in the mind. Because of being influenced by your own thoughts, you experience yourself to be influenced by others. Those who are in bondage to their own thoughts remain busy in this for a long time. You also speak of building castles in the air. You build the castles and then you break them. You put up a big wall. This is why it is called a castle in the air. Just as on the path of devotion, they worship idols, decorate them, and then sink them. In the same way, souls who are tied in bondage to their thoughts build many things and then they also spoil many of those things. They themselves become tired of that wasteful task and also become disheartened. And sometimes, out of arrogance, they blame others for their own mistake. Then, when that time has passed by, they understand and think that what they did was not right. But because of being influenced by arrogance, in order to save themselves, they blame others. The biggest bondage is this bondage of the mind, which locks the intellect. Therefore, no matter how much you try to explain to them, they are just not able to understand. The special sign of being in bondage is that the power of realization finishes. This is why, without finishing this subtle bondage, you are unable to experience internal happiness or supersensuous joy for all time. The specialty of the confluence age is to swing in the swing of supersensuous joy and to dance constantly in happiness. So, what can be said if after becoming confluence aged, you do not experience this specialty? Therefore, check yourself that you are not in any type of bondage of thoughts, whether it is a bondage of waste thoughts, a bondage of thoughts of jealousy or conflict, thoughts of carelessness or laziness. Any of these types of thought is a sign of bondage in the mind. So today, Bab Dada was seeing the bondages. How many are liberated souls? The big ropes have now ended. Now there are these subtle threads. They are thin, but they are clever in tying you in bondage. You are not even aware that you are being tied in bondage because these bondages also make you intoxicated for a temporary period. Those who have perishable intoxication never think of themselves as low. They would be in a gutter and think that they are in palace. They would be empty-handed and think of themselves as kings. In the same way, those who have this intoxication also never consider themselves to be wrong. They would always either prove themselves to be right or would show carelessness. This happens all the time. It is always like this. This is why you have been told today just about the bondage of the mind. Baba will tell you about words and deeds at some other time. Do you understand? Continue to attain liberation through spiritual power. To experience liberation in life at the confluence age is to attain the future reward of liberation in life. You have to become liberated in life in the Golden Jubilee. Do you not? Or do you just want to celebrate the Golden Jubilee? To become this is to celebrate. People of the world simply celebrate, whereas here you become. Now, become ready quickly, for only then will everyone else be liberated through your liberation. Even scientists are in bondage to the facilities that they themselves have created. Even political leaders want to save themselves, but they are tied so much. They are unable to do something that they think of, and so this is a bondage, is it not? You, the ones who liberate everyone from the different bondages, are becoming liberated yourselves and are liberating everyone. Everyone is crying out and calling out for liberation. Some want liberation from poverty, some want liberation from the household. However, the sound of everyone is the same of liberation. So, now become the bestowers of liberation and show them the path to liberation and give them the inheritance of liberation. Their sound is reaching you, is it not? Or do you think this is the Father's work? What is it to me? Baba says, you have to attain the reward. The Father does not want to attain it. You are the ones who want subjects and devotees. The Father does not want them. Those who are your devotees will automatically become the Father's, because from the Copper Age, you are the ones who will become the first devotees. You will begin worship of the Father first. So, everyone will follow all of you now. So, what do you have to do now? Listen to their call. Become bestowers of liberation. Acha, to those who always attain liberation with the method of spiritual power, to those who become the bestowers of liberation and always free themselves from the subtle bondages, to those who always make themselves move forward the furthest with their internal happiness and supersensuous joy, to those who always have the good wishes of making everyone liberated, to such spiritually powerful children, Baptada's love, remembrance, and Namaste. Baptada meeting groups. Together with listening, you are also powerful souls who become embodiments. Are you not? Every day in your thoughts, let there be a thought filled with zeal and enthusiasm for yourself and for others. Nowadays, they print in the newspapers or put up in different places, thought for today. In the same way, let there be one thought or another in your mind filled with zeal and enthusiasm in an immersed form. And with that thought, put that into your form and also use it to serve others. What will happen then? There will always be new zeal and enthusiasm. Today, I will do that. Today, I will do this. Why is there zeal and enthusiasm when there is a special program? You make plans, do you not? I will do this and then that. There is special zeal and enthusiasm by doing this. In this way, every day at Amrit Vela, have a special thought of zeal and enthusiasm, and then check according to that, and then your life will always be filled with zeal and enthusiasm, and you will also become those who give enthusiasm to others. Do you understand? Just as you have entertainment programs, in the same way, have this program for the entertainment of your mind. Acha? You are souls who always move forward with powerful remembrance. Are you not? There cannot be any experience without powerful remembrance. So, always be powerful and continue to move forward. Always remain engaged in godly service according to your power and receive the fruit of service. Continue to use as much power as you have in service, whether it is through the body, through the mind, or through wealth. You are definitely going to receive multi-million fold of one. You are accumulating for your own self, and you have to accumulate for many births. By accumulating in one birth, you will be liberated from effort for 21 births. You know this secret, do you not? So always continue to make your future elevated. Continue to move yourself forward in service and happiness. Always move forward with a constant and stable stage through your remembrance. You are the servers who give many souls happiness through your happiness of remembrance. Are you not? True servers means those who remain lost in love and also enable others to become lost in love. The service of each place is its own. Even then, if you continue to move forward with the aim, then this moving forward is a matter of great happiness. In fact, those worldly studies, etc., are all perishable. The means of imperishable attainment is just this knowledge. You do experience this, do you not? Look, you servers have received such a golden chance in the drama. It is in your hands to move forward with this golden chance as much as you want. Not everyone receives such a golden chance. Only a handful out of multi-millions receive it, and you have received it. So, do you have this much happiness? You have what no one in the world has. Constantly stay in such happiness yourself and also give this happiness to others. You will make others move forward to the extent that you yourself move forward. You are those who constantly move forward, not those who look around and come to a standstill. Let there always be just the Father and service in front of you. Then you will constantly continue to progress. Always continue to move forward, considering yourselves to be the beloved, long lost, and now found children of the Father. Baba meeting Kumaris who have a job. The aim of all of you is elevated, is it not? You don't think that you will continue to move on both sides, do you? Because when there is bondage, then to move along on both sides is a different matter. However, for souls free from bondage, to be on both sides means to dangle. The circumstances of some are such, and so Bab Dada also gives them permission. However, if it is a bondage of the mind, then this is dangling. What would happen if one foot is here and the other foot is there? If you have one foot in one boat and another foot in another boat, what would be your condition? You would be distressed, would you not? Therefore, both feet should be in one boat. Always have courage. By having courage, you will easily be able to go across. Always remember that Baba is with you. You are not alone. Then you can do whatever task you want to. Kumaris have a special part at the confluence age. Have you made yourselves those who have such a special part? Or are you the ordinary even now? What is your specialty? Your specialty is to be a server. Those who are servers are special. If you are not a server, then you are ordinary. What aim have you kept? Only at the confluence age do you receive this chance. If you do not take this chance now, you will not receive it throughout the whole cycle. Only the confluence age has the special blessing. While studying a worldly study, your love should be for this study. Then that study will not become an obstacle. So, all of you continue to move forward while creating your fortune. The more intoxication you have of your fortune, the more you will easily become a conqueror of Maya. This is spiritual intoxication. Always continue to sing songs of your fortune, and you will reach your kingdom while singing songs. Blessing, may you be one who passes with honors by letting the past be the past with the elevated method of making it into a memorial. Past is past. The past has to become the past. Time and the scenes will all pass by, but pass by every moment and every thought by passing with honors. That is, let the past become the past with such an elevated method, so that as soon as you remember the past, words of Wah, Wah emerge from your heart. Let many souls learn a lesson from your past stories. When your past becomes a memorial, people will continue to sing praise. That is, devotional songs of you. Slogan: make an elevated plan for self-benefit, and world service will receive Sakash. Om Shanti.